Web Application Development and Deployment Steps. In this video, we will learn together the steps of building a web application using Java. The steps are: the first step is to develop the web component using Servlet and JSP, and then create a helper class in Java if needed. For example, if we want to connect a database or create a specific business logic, so we have to build the Java layer first. The next step is to create any static resource. In the previous video, we explained how to create a static website using HTML, and we learned that HTML is the core language used in building any web application, and it's the language that the web browser can read. And we also learned that we need dynamic components like Servlet and JSP in order to be able to create a dynamic content. But HTML, JavaScript, and CSS are the main languages used in building websites, and we need dynamic technologies like Servlet and JSP or any other programming language in order to create dynamic content using them. The third step is to create the descriptor or the configuration file, which is the web.xml file and is the main file for any Java web application, because this is the file that will be handling the web container and is able to translate the components defined inside the web application. For example, when identifying Servlet or Servlet filter or Servlet listener, or identifying the security constraints, all these must be identified in the web.xml file first, so that in the fourth step, when creating the WAR file, all these components will be archived, and web.xml file will be inside the WAR file. After that, we'll move to the fifth step, which includes deploying the web application into the web container. Hence, we have to write Servlet, JSP, and Java code. Then design the web using HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. After that, we need to prepare the web.xml file and then export the WAR file, and then deploy the web application into the web container. Finally, we can test the web application by sending a request to a specific web component and receive a response. So, these are the steps of building a dynamic web application in Java.